So I've been a big Insta360 fan for many, many years. And you can see this wasn't even my very first Insta360 camera. This is an Insta360 One X. And I had the original Insta360 One, but I dropped my bike in the water. It was mounted on the side, and of course, at that point in time, there was definitely no waterproofing, so it got submerged, and that was the end of it. So I had this camera, and even to today, you know, it's done really well. The lens is still nice. It's not scratched. It still functions. It's a little harder now to find. I don't know if the battery's even charged. It's a little harder to find batteries for it, and for charging, you know, you have to take the door off. There's definitely some things that weren't perfect on this camera. It worked really good. The image quality was pretty good. I was very, very pleased with it. Then, of course, this fella came out. This is, of course, the Insta360 One X2. And this has gotten fairly beat up because I use this a lot. I still use this a lot. From motorcycle riding to ATV riding to use it on side-by-side trips and things like that. Plus, just travel in general. One of my last videos that I did in the summer with this was an ATV trip. And I don't know if you guys can see it. It's on this side. You may be able to see it. The lens got a scratch because it hit a branch of a tree while we were driving through the woods, and it scratched the lens. That made me a little sad because, of course, I like shooting with this lens because it's the one that's facing me. Even though both of them can face you, this is the one with the, you know, the record button on it. So I'd like to be able to see what's going on the screen. If it would have been this one, probably not as bad. So just so you guys know, in a future video, I'm going to attempt to see if I can remove that scratch. I am, with some polish. So stay tuned for that, just in case you have an Insta360 that's got a scratch on it. But Insta360 was like, hey, why don't you try this? And I was like, yeah. So in 2024, I've got the X3. My guess is there'll be an X4 come out next week or something like that, which is why I got the X3, because that seems to be what happens. We're going to take a look at what comes in this box. They've had, I think they still have some pretty good deals out there now. A lot of times there's a little bit of a discount, but they're throwing in some extras, which are really good. We'll have links down below. They are affiliate links, so they do help me. There's no cost to you, and you can get some extra stuff. So it seems to be a win-win scenario. Anyways, we're going to take a look at this. We're going to take a look at some of the stuff that Insta360 sent us along with this. That'll be today's video. So really just an unboxing. We're going to use this a lot throughout this summer, especially for our motorcycle trips. I am going to be bringing it on a trip that we're doing this coming week. For you guys, the trip may have happened already, but there'll be some future videos coming out in regards to that. So let's crack open this box. Okay, Insta360 X3. I'm really interested because I've never actually had one in my hands. I'm really interested to see what the difference is from this one to the previous ones, right? And what does that say there? 5.7K. So it is 5.7K, but it's 5.7K as a sphere. So it's like front and rear cameras. 4K single lens mode. And this is a huge one for me because many of you probably watched some videos of mine that I ended up purchasing a GoPro. And one of the reasons I bought the GoPro was it is a tad bit wider than the Insta360, let's say the One RS, the 4K mod, even the Ace Pro. But I think that if I can get 4K out of the single lens mode of the 360 cam, I will get even wider. So this may completely win. 72 megapixel 360 photos, active HDR video, invisible selfie stick, flow state, 360 horizon lock, waterproof up to 10 meters or 33 feet, voice control, AI powered editing. A lot of the things that, you know, are now on the Ace Pro, and I'm sure the Ace Pro probably does it a bit better just for the fact that it's a newer camera, but still very cool to have that on these. I'm kind of interested in the gesture stuff because that would be nice. Now, the other thing that I want to try, and I haven't tried it on either camera, is I'm wondering if the gesture stuff works when you have a helmet on, because that would be good. That would be one of the biggest things for me, is being able to have it with a helmet on. So first, before we take the camera out, You know, I see it in the pictures, and for some reason, to me, I'm always like, oh, it looks so big. But it's not bad. It's not much bigger than the X2, actually. They do tell you to make sure that you get the Insta360 app. There's a QR code to go get the app. Inside here is going to be your USB-C cable, silica gel. USB-C to USB-A cable is there, which is excellent. You get a little Insta360 bag, which I like. Right? You can put that in there just so you can help it have a bit of protection when you're out and about. And of course, you're going to get some manuals, a little cleaning cloth for the lens, and some Insta360 stickers. So if you're a sticker person, you've got some stickers. So you're going to be super happy. And I think that's it. The other thing, if you are looking at buying one of these, and Insta360 did send me a memory card, and I do recommend, you know, it's not as if they're overcharging for memory cards. I think their memory card prices are really good. The big bonus, of course, when you buy one from them is that it will function. It's going to be plenty fast for the camera, which I think is a huge deal. As someone that reads a lot about people that are having issues with certain cameras, doesn't matter if it's a GoPro or a Canon camera or a Sony camera or whatever, a lot of times the issue comes down to the memory card. It's just not fast enough. Getting a memory card from Insta360 helps kind of prevent that issue of blaming it on a memory card. This is it. I'm not going to take the lens stickers off yet just because. And I'm going to put it up first against the X2. And you can see physically wise, it's not really any big. It's maybe a tad bit bigger. Not much at all though. It's definitely thicker. Definitely got some more thickness to it, some girth to it. But other than that, I'd say it's very close in size. Even on the side here, right, you have very similar kind of door panels. And same thing over here. This one has your power button. This one has a Q button, which this one I think is what maybe the front one is doing. They placed it over on the side here because, of course, you have a big screen there now. Maybe you're wondering what it was like against the original One X. Well, the One X actually, I would say, is a tad bit bigger, but much thinner, yeah? Much thinner. You can definitely see the thinness there of the original One X. You know what? Still, to this day, I'm pleased. I think they did a fantastic job with that camera. Let's make sure we put all these back on, because those kind of things are really important. So if you buy a 360 camera and you don't buy a lens cover for it, hood protector, then I'm sad for you. Talking about that, I have a lens cap. And again, you want to make sure that you get it for the right camera. This is one for the X3, because as you notice when I was putting them beside each other, the X3 lens is physically bigger. So I'm not too sure if it's like a faster lens or anything like that, but you want to make sure you get the right one. Is the X2 one going to fit? Probably not. It may squeeze on there, but I don't know. Yeah, see, it's definitely, right? You can see it there. It's definitely bigger, so that's not going to fit there. This one would probably fit over here. So, and then this, of course, just going to squeeze on there. Yes, sirree, Bob. You got to like that. Now, the other thing that I'm not going to put on right now, but I do recommend you putting on as well, see these sticky lens guards? This would stop this from happening. Scratch lens, I would have scratched this instead of this. So are these going on? Yeah, without question, those are going on. And the last thing that they sent, and I was like, you don't really need to send it because I have one already. This is the new selfie stick, their Insta360 Action Invisible selfie stick. And this is their old one, right? Insta360. And you may look at them and be like, yeah, what's the difference? And this one's, it looks like carbon fiber versus like metal or aluminum or whatever in the old one. But here's the big one. And I didn't even know this till I took this one out of the box. This is the old one, and I ride a motorcycle. And one of the things I've been trying to figure out forever now is I mount this onto my handlebars. So I have a clamp mount, one of the Insta360 clamp mounts from their motorcycle mount. And that's on there. This is attached. And then I have this up here. But if I want to get this out further, it's so hard. I can't, you can't do this, right? Spin this, extend, and then like lock it. It's doable, but it's a pain. And when you're riding on a motorcycle, the last thing you want to be doing is focusing here. instead of focusing where you're looking, right? And just making sure somebody doesn't hit you. So this has, the old one has these pull-outs and twist and lock, and if you don't do it and it pops the wrong way, it just falls back in again. It was fine for holding day to day, but this is, again, I had no idea. This is friction based. So again, same idea. You have the tripod mount on the bottom, and when this is attached and you have, let's say I have this camera on here, because this is where it's going to be possibly. This is attached. All I have to do, and it stays because it's friction based. And then when I'm done, I could be riding, and maybe I have it on this side or this side, doesn't matter. And I can just grab it and pull it back, and it's not going to go anywhere. And then I can take this and bend this over here. Same idea, just pull it out as far as I need it to go. This arm, honestly, I shouldn't be as excited about this arm as I am, but you have no idea how many times I've been riding, and I'm just like, I don't want to have to stop to do this, but I'm going to have to, where I could just, especially if you're in the middle of traffic when you realize I'd like to get this out, or you're in a bike parade, or you're, whatever it is, right? You're somewhere that you want to get the camera out to get that side shot, not having to stop because of this friction arm. So good. Oh my gosh, so good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pair this with my phone. You guys don't need to see me do that. I'm going to run any updates that need to be done on it. And then I'm going to take it out and play with it for the next couple of weeks. And we'll come back with my follow-up to let you know my thoughts. And I'm going to tell you right now, my thoughts are going to be it's great because I love this camera and I love this camera. So why would I not love this camera? It's joining the One X family. I'm very excited. All right, guys, stay tuned for those. We're going on holidays right away. You'll see a bunch of those on the other channel. So make sure you check out that channel as well. It's new. It's in its infancy. I know. But more content coming up soon this year for sure. If you are interested in the Insta360 stuff, I do have links right down below. It supports me, helps the channel, and I appreciate you. So, right? Appreciate. Okay, I'm out. Later.